These tensions raised questions among more moderate women about how to change their situations. Their goals differed from those of their predecessors. In 1964, Congress passed a comprehensive Civil Rights Act whose major purpose was to protect the civil rights of African Americans. One provision, Title VII, legislated against discrimination in the workplace on the basis of religion, race, color of skin, ethnicity, and sex. Included at first in order to forestall passage of the bill, sex quickly became the object of congressional women who ensured that the bill would not pass without it. For the first time, federal legislation protected women against discrimination at work. Just as racial equality seemed a reasonable goal to many, women began to imagine sex equality. The word gender was not yet in common usage, to be plausible. The push for equality symbolized the effort to overcome the difference between women's daily experiences and their new hopes and expectations. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 created the Equal Employment Opportunities Commission, the EEOC, which got to work in 1965. In 1965, there was still very little consciousness in the public of gender discrimination, and when the EEOC began to get complaints, as it did, from men and women of discrimination on the basis of race, they also got complaints from women that they had been discriminated against on the basis of sex. The Commission at first threw up its hands in despair. It didn't know what to do with such complaints. Indeed, the very idea of discrimination against women on the basis of sex was a new idea. New because, of course, women's roles had been thought natural. And now, suddenly, in 1965, the EEOC, consisting of 4 men and 1 woman of color, heard from women protesting these apparently natural actions of employers. It was not natural at all, women complained, to put them on separate seniority lists, to prohibit them from lifting heavy objects, to deny them jobs at night. Nor was it natural to exclude women from good jobs or to deny them promotions after they had trained less qualified men. The EEOC moved so slowly to meet the challenge that in June 1966, a group of representatives of the state commissions of the status of women that had succeeded the Presidential Commission tried to pass a resolution to urge fairer attention to women. When they were silenced, they decided to create a national organization for women to push the EEOC and the goal of equality along. After a follow-up meeting a few months later, an expanded group announced, "The time has come to confront with concrete action the conditions that now prevent women from enjoying the equality of opportunity and freedom of choice, which is their right as individual Americans and as human beings." This became the mantra of what we now call liberal feminism, a movement devoted to dropping barriers against women in the job market, in education, and wherever they could find them. Its goal was and is social change by legal and judicial means. It would challenge discriminations built into laws and statutes, regulations, customs, and culture in order to level the playing field for women. Among the founders of NOW, the National Organization for Women, we count Black and white women, including Pauli Murray and Shirley Chisholm. Chisholm, at that time, was just beginning the first of her 7 terms in Congress. Other women included Betty Friedan and Bella Abzug.